Yo, what up, guys? How we doing? What's up, Jake? What's up, Bar? What's up? Oh, I didn't start the timer. Alright. What's up, Beard? Interior, what's going on? Hey, Bitcoin just dumping. We got a little bit of support coming in here. Could get a little bit of turbulence here. If you're trying to be safe, you can move your stop here on your short. I'm not gonna do that, but you could. You could definitely do that. Pow. Hey, Sink, thanks for stopping by, brother. Have a great day at work. What's up, Fecker? Matt BTC. Hey, it's the first time I think I've ever seen you in the chat. What's going on, man? What's up, Jose Montoya? Antilla? Tilla. What's up, Max? What's up, F-Bomb? I think it's the first time I've seen you, too. What's up, Samwise? Stephen Farmer? What's up, Triple? The names also might just be messed up because of YouTube likes to be a hoe. What's up, One Way? Bow. 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 Nano Banana Pro Async? What is that? Is it free? Is it a thumbnail maker? Christopher, appreciate you, bro. Hey, the goal right now, is 900 subs by the end of the week. I think we can do it, guys. What do you think? What's up, AR Perez? What's up, Snowboard Utah? If one admits they are lurking, are they still lurking? No, because then they typed. A lot of the lurkers will will leave comments after the stream's over. Be like, hey, great vid, dude. That's totally fine with me. I appreciate all you lurkers. Hot Tamale, you ain't a lurker, man. What's up, Jenny? Let's run a poll here. Let's put our thumb on the pulse here. Will Bitcoin reject from the 4-hour golden pocket? Yes. No. Intriri. First one or second one? What's up, Ondo Poncho? What's going on, man? I mean, Bearded, can we really call this a rejection? Like, yeah, I mean, the price has come down, but like, I don't know what's wrong with Joey. I've had mods check if she's banned. She's not banned. She's shadow banned. It's YouTube's fault, I guess. What's up, SMA? You trade with SMAs, bro? Wow, okay, my chat is really bearish. There's some bullish signs. I mean, we have a bullish 1 hour. We'll go through it all, but oh wait, is the timer not counting down? Oh, it's time's up. All right, party's on. Yeah, Barb, the 4 hour strong high is pretty high right now, but you take what you can get, right? So the first thing that I kind of want to talk about is the short that I gave earlier today. So we went short in here. There's a couple things that I might have rushed that one a bit. So what I was looking at when I signaled this short was we were kind of at like we were at the value area high of this range. We were coming back into previous supply here. We had this 5-minute bear break. But what I wasn't really taking into consideration as much as maybe I should have was that we had the 1 hour, this should say SFP here. So we had the 1 hour SFP here that targets the highs. And then we had our 15-minute bull break here and our 30-minute bull break here. So I was kind of like, we're above the 30-minute 200, breaking 5-minute. I was hoping that I could front run like the 15-minute bearish break attack of the 1 hour low. But like I said yesterday, there was so much liquidity up here. It made no sense not to come up here. Should have probably just been patient and waited for the bigger time frame break up here, the 30-minute. But in my eyes, this trade was worth it because of the risk to reward here. The one trade today that I regret missing was this morning on market open. So we had this 1 hour SFP here, and after we had this 1 hour SFP at the lows, let's go back here. We had this really nice 1 minute break of structure here, and there were a couple chances to get in on this. So there was like, this music is real. Oh, it's probably loud for you guys too. Hey, throw a 1 in chat if the music volume's good. All right, cool. Back to what I was saying. So we had this 1 hour SFP, and what do I always tell you guys, right? So you don't enter on the SFP, you enter on the break of structure. So there were a couple chances to get long this morning. I think I was a little too biased on the short side here, but we had this 1 minute break of structure close. I was looking at this and I was like, should I take this trade? And it's every time that you hesitate, right? So I hesitated on taking the long here, and then we could have gotten in on golden pocket retest. You also could have gotten in on this break here, stop loss under here. That RR would have been crazy if you got long here, stop loss under here, took it all the way up to that liquidity we were talking about. That's like a 10-to-1 trade. So I was kind of beating myself up a little bit about missing that long this morning. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys so that you guys are able to spot these things. I know a lot of you guys have become market structure killers, and you probably were looking at the same thing this morning going, hey, you might have even took the long, which if you did, hey, props to you. That long was fantastic. Because what were we talking about yesterday? We were talking about how we had broken, let's get this out of here now. We had broken the 1 hour bullish. We were talking about how we had the 1 hour strong low here, and we come back down to test that strong low, and we SFP it pretty strongly with volume, the highest amount of volume that we kind of had in this range. So that was kind of your clue that we were going to come back up. So when you're putting the pieces together, It makes sense, right? Because we knew that we hadn't touched the golden pocket here. We knew that we hadn't swept all this liquidity that we were just leaving behind, right? Left liquidity here, left liquidity here, left liquidity here, right underneath the key level. We talked about this a lot back in kind of these ranges back when we were in an uptrend over here. We talked about how whenever you don't sweep a key level and you just keep dumping underneath the key level, you eventually go snag that. Like, I think it was here. Yeah, like when you don't touch it, you eventually come sweep it. I think it was actually further back in the chart, but you guys probably remember what I'm talking about. But yeah, so we know we had a clear target to the upside, so that's kind of the way that you can spot, in my opinion, the best long of the day was that SFP into the 1 minute break of structure here. I was kind of looking at the 3 minute over here. It was just kind of too big of a, like the RR wasn't necessarily there when we got this 3 minute break, right? Like I'm not really interested in this trade. So at that point I was kind of sidelined on the long side for the day. So I tried to catch the short here, and then we caught this short here. If you want less risk, right, you can move your stop above this 5 minute high now. If you want to, you're only risking 0.26%. If you leave your stop here, don't. If this trade doesn't work, I mean, don't be upset. Make sure you can handle 1.27% risk. So there are a couple bullish signs. So like, if we look at our, let's hide our drawings here. So we've had like these bullish engulfing on the daily. On the 2-day, we've had like a bullish engulfing candle as well. Looking at, we're having like a 2-day buy signal on Cipher Matrix. We had like a daily buy signal down here with a bunch of oversold, and I mean these daily buy candles, I mean daily buy signals are generally pretty good, but we can kind of have one more sweep down. But we have been aggressively selling off. Yeah, so really in my mind, if we can kind of break through this golden pocket area, which is why I think the short here makes sense, because pretty much on the whole way down, what have we been doing, right? We've been pretty much really since the 4 hour over here, we've been pumping back to the golden pocket, right? Getting bear breaks and then dumping down, right? So it's kind of, right, like pumping back to the golden pocket, getting bear breaks, dumping down. So we're just kind of repeating the same thing here, which is why I wanted to take a position, because the risk to reward makes sense to me, because if we do come for the 4 hour strong low, it's like a 6-to-1 trade, kind of a no-brainer. But if it doesn't work out right, and if we break the 30-minute back bullish, well, we don't really have any resistance until the 786 here around like 90,000. And then if you look over here, like, yes, we have a little bit of resistance here, but really it's pretty clear skies up to about 91.3, which kind of the two levels on the chart that matter to me is this area that we're in right now, 91.2, up to like an SFP of the 4 hour. And then if we break that, I see absolutely no problem in us coming here. And then the question is, do we come up here in a way that gives us bear breaks and sets us up for a short, or do we come up here, then mitigate the 4 hour, then go higher, right? Which will kind of be determined by what structure we get up here, right? If we get bearish structure coming into this, this is your signal to get swing short. If you missed our previous like swing trade short up here, like 122, if you miss this break, right, this is the same logic, only accelerated because we're in a daily downtrend, right? So here we were in a daily SFP, which, I mean, it's still a bearish move, right? But now we're in a daily downtrend. So so it's kind of back to the same point that I try to hammer home all the time, which is when you're in a downtrend, all right, we're going to draw out a market cycle. You get these bullish breaks, and really that just sets up the opportunity to get a bear break later to short back to the week low. So using this logic, right, if we come up to that daily golden pocket and we get short signals on the 4 hour, we'll kind of be right above this 4 hour 200 EMA as well. Look at that, right? If we get this signal here, then you're getting short stop loss above here and you're targeting the daily week low. Like the RR on that is awesome. And if we make a new daily low, like maybe we come to 74K, then you can leave a runner, right? And the trade gets a lot better. Yeah, and some of you guys might be asking, like, why have I been taking mainly shorts today? And the reason for that is because if we're trading on like the 4 hour and we look, we're in premium on the 4 hour, right? Which is why I aimed for that short there. Taking the long off the 1 hour, yeah, that's a little different, right? Because you're trading 1 hour structure. And whenever you were taking the long down here, you're in discount on the 1 hour, right? You get that bullish break of structure and discount. Makes sense to take the long up to the premium of the range. If we come down, right, there's a couple barriers in our way, right? So you can take some profit out at like a 1-to-1, which would probably be like somewhere down here. I would suggest that this like kind of golden pocket previous demand range area, I think would be a good place to pay yourself. I think we definitely, so kind of like the thumbnail says, right? So we've now had a change of character on the 1 hour and we've had a break of structure. So we are technically in a 1 hour uptrend, right? So yes, we can hope that this 30-minute front runs the 1 hour, but we should also keep in mind that when we come down into like the golden pocket, look at how perfectly that aligns, right? So if we come into this area, it would make sense to take some profit. If you're aiming for like a 1-to-1 to take some profit, you're looking for like a 1.29% move down. So you're looking at like here, right, to get your 1-to-1 kind of front running the 4 hour or the 1 hour, sorry. So that's kind of the good news here is we are in a confirmed uptrend now on the 1 hour. If the 1 hour closes below 85,300, if we get something like this, it becomes extremely likely that we come to this liquidity and then eventually come to the week low, right? Because right now, the reason that the thumbnail is split down the middle is because the daily is bearish, the 4 hour is bearish, but the 1 hour is bullish, right? So the bulls are trying to fight back, right? If we want the bulls to give up, they need to lose 85.3 at this point. If 85.3 breaks, then this is the point when your 1 hour starts to align with your other time frames, and we can start to make an attack on that week low. So the idea behind this short here, right, is that the 30-minute has now flipped bearish. We can kind of use that to front run the hour. Because if the hour breaks, your risk to reward isn't as good. You have to wait for like a pullback, right? Because if the hour breaks, I don't think many of y'all are interested in taking this trade, right? I know I'm not. I'm much more interested in taking like a 6-to-1. But that's kind of the idea there. Okay. Oh shit, what's up, Alex? How's it going, brother? What's up, Andrew Cameron? What's up, Alexander G? All right, throw a 1 in chat if you're still with me, if that makes sense to you guys. You wish, Alex. You wish, buddy. Also, so the area that you rejected from, so it's like the previous 4 hour lows here, right? It's also the 4 hour golden pocket. So very, very key level of resistance here. But again, I would pay yourself at like a 1-to-1 here, like 86.728. Dude, get out of my chat, Ricardo. Ah, good. You beat me to it, Alexandra. Thanks. All right, cool. So that's kind of the levels above. So we've gone over the scenario where we come up to 98. We've gone over the scenario where we take the week low now. There is one more scenario, right? So if this is going to be more of a weekly bottom, right, we do have kind of this deep Market Cipher cross. We also have a MACD cross well below the, well, it hasn't crossed yet, right? There's still some time to come up, but deep below the zero line, right? So if we are going to get kind of a weekly golden pocket bounce here, okay, this chart, yeah, here we go. So if we are going to bounce off this demand on the weekly and we are going to break daily structure up, your weekly, your major resistance is 108. So the same way that we were making the plan for coming up to 98 and breaking 4-hour structure bearish, right? If we come up to 108, you can use 4-hour here as well, but really daily, if we break daily structure up here, it's a weekly swing short, right? Back to the weekly lows and then ultimately to come make a new low. I doubt we will make it up to 107 this week, so we'll probably be talking about this next week, or the week after. But yeah, I would mainly focus on that 4-hour play for now. So if we're able to break through here, right? If we're able to break through here, then break 4-hour structure, you're likely coming up to 98 to set up to break bearish to come back down again. But hey, on the bright side, we will get to take Boo Boo the Bear off the chart finally. I know you guys might finally be getting comfortable with Boo Boo here, but times change. We'll have to see. But until that happens, we're still bearish, right? And we have to understand that we're in the premium of the range, so we should be looking for shorts. Oh, dude, Alex, you're gonna get destroyed in CS, bro. You're old, man. Do you even know how to grip the mouse anymore, dude? That bear's been freaking you out, yeah, bro. I mean, he's been accurate though. We've been what have we been saying, right? Guilty until proven innocent. Expect rallies to fail, right? All right, cool. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about on Bitcoin? Yeah, this 2-day bullish engulf is pretty cool. 2-day deep momentum wave on Market Cipher. We really, if you guys want to get, I mean, obviously, like, we trade market structure, right? You want to see the 4-hour break at, like, what is it, 94 or whatever. But if we start getting these, like, bullish MACD crosses on the bottom, like, if you're spot trading, this is generally a good time to buy. All right, let's look at ETH. So ETH has bounced off of the golden pocket here. So we know that our 4-hour break of structure on ETH is up around 30.57. Did we hit our decision block here? We did. So we bounced off the decision block. We bounced off the golden pocket. Not bad. A little bit of a reaction here. Still, oh, did we hit? What did we hit on ETH? Did ETH hit 786? One-hour supply, 786. Have we? Oh, excuse me. Have we broken structure on alts yet? No 30-minute structure on ETH. Not even 15-minute on ETH. What about Sol? Okay, so we did on Sol. No 30-minute on Sol. What about USDT dominance? Okay, USDT dominance hit major support here. What is this trend line? Oh, we might have a short on our hands, guys. We might have a short on our hands. Bullish divergence underneath the 1 hour 200 EMA. Wait, Joey, were you actually shadow banned by YouTube? That's pretty funny. You're short on Sol? Man, Sol's just been doing the dirty. You get a 4-hour break here and then you swipe the lows. But that 126 level held pretty nicely. That's kind of the last support I have on my chart, guys. Alright, so yeah, if we come lower than that, I mean at least 113. How's total looking? Oh, total went above the 1 hour 200. Wait a minute. Oh, look at that. Total is just rejecting from the same trend line been rejecting from. 50 EMA. 4-hour trigger wave to the downside. Man, total didn't have a 30-minute break either. That's kind of lame. A 24-minute, 20-minute. Man. Only 15-minute. Sheesh. Man, we were talking about this, guys. You lose support, you lose this trend line on Bitcoin to gold, lose that SFP. Oh, look, there's still a bear here too. What does this look like, guys? Looks like a giant head and shoulders. Broke the neckline. Yikes. How are altcoins doing? No, Cameron. None of that in Discord. Alright, let's take a look back at Bitcoin here. Smaller time frames. Alright, guys. Well, it's about that time. We haven't looked at altcoins in a couple days. Just fair warning, if they look like shit, I'm going to tell you they look like shit. If you guys have any other questions about Bitcoin, I'd be happy to talk about Bitcoin. But if you're not, and we're killing time, I'll look at your alts for you if you want to throw them in chat. Well, Rich, here's the thing, bro. My chat is a little different than Well, at least I like to think my chat's a little different than the rest of the YouTubers' chats, but if you don't like market structure, you probably find this stream extremely boring, so. So ETH, let's take a look. Oh, we just looked at ETH. Yeah, so ETH has bounced off of the golden pocket on the daily. This was our key bounce level for ETH, around 2,600 to 2,700. We were talking about this level forever. Bounced off of this decision block here, getting a nice pump out of that. Yeah, so if you want to get bullish on ETH, you need to come above 3070. 3070 is the level to break. What are we bullish on right now? We break 1 hour. We just broke 1 hour. No, we broke 1 hour back here. Yeah, so ETH breaks 1 hour here. Then you SFP at the lows. Yeah, we were talking about this SFP trade. When was that? Probably on the Sunday stream. So that was your kind of trade for ETH. Now come up. You've retested this 1 hour supply block here. If Bitcoin is gonna pump again, watch out for this bigger supply. This is kind of your last area to break on ETH before you go higher. But right now on your 1 hour structure, you have your 1 hour golden pocket down here around 2840. If we look, do we have any demand down there? At the very least, I think that ETH is coming to test this. At the very least, you're gonna have support here. Previous highs are like 2881. But really, at this point, if we're gonna continue up, what are you looking for on ETH, right? So, wait, did ETH not even break the 15-minute? ETH didn't even break the 15-minute. Okay. So, what's your active time frame on ETH? 12-minute. Okay, so at this point, if you want to be bullish on ETH, you've broken your 12-hour bearish, right? Break your 12-hour bearish. You come down. So what do bear breaks in an uptrend do? They create opportunities to short, but keep in mind you're in a 4-hour, or they create opportunities to long. So at the very least, you want to see like your 5 to 8 minute breakback bullish, right? So if we're going to keep going up on ETH, you're going to see a bounce out of the golden pocket, break this 5-minute high, and then maybe you can go higher. But no longs until you, I would say 12-minute, but if you're feeling risky, at least 5-minute. Yeah, no longs until you break that back bullish. Unless you're like, for some reason, super bullish right now and you want to enter here, stop loss under here. But I would suggest waiting for structure. Hey, Rich, well, you're in the right place. Join the free Discord in the description. You're probably already in there. But, talk about this shit all the time. Zek? Yeah, let's look at Zek. Hey, would you look at that? Alright, guys. Everybody should know this. I want to see this in the chat. What is this pattern up here? What is this called? What pattern is this? It's the oof pattern. Yeah, bro. I'll tell you what, man. If you're in a long and you don't take action on this pattern, you're probably saying oof right now. Yeah, so basically you hit resistance on Zek, you put in a JPOW pattern. There's a lot of new people in the stream, so maybe it's time to go over what that pattern is again. Basically, what that pattern is, it's an SFP of the highs, breakup structure in the opposing direction, and why do we call it the JPOW pattern? Because it prints money, right? Prints money, just like the man himself, right? The top of the market was actually called by a JPOW on total. Right? The top of the market was called by a JPOW pattern on total. Before it was actually called on a JPOW pattern on Bitcoin. It was also called by a JPOW pattern on Bitcoin, but total called it first. Throw a 1 in chat if you were here when I was showing this every single day on stream. This JPOW pattern on total. If there's one pattern in market structure that you learn, I would suggest learning the JPOW pattern. It prints money. It's really awesome pattern. All right. Okay. It starts runs and ends runs. Okay, what other charts do we want to look at? The breakup structure. You can try to you can try, as you learn more market structure, you can kind of see when the SFPs are coming, but that's way riskier. It's a lot easier to just wait for confirmation and enter on either on the break itself or on the pullback from the break. But generally, you're going to be entering right. So if this was on a smaller time frame, right, you'd either be entering on the break itself, stop loss above the high, targeting down, or if the RR is not there, then you enter on a retrace wherever you find your RR. What were we gonna look at? Oh yeah, did virtuals finally hit 80 cents? Okay. Look at that, guys. You know what we really should have done? We should have flipped short up here after the long. We should have flipped short up here and taken it down to 80 cents. But how did we know it was going to 80 cents? Right, so let's clean this chart up a little bit. How did we know that virtuals was going to come to 80 cents? It was because of this 12-hour break of structure, right? So you break 12-hour structure here. Where do you expect to go? Golden pocket. Where do you expect to retrace to? 618, previous daily demand at, or I guess 90 cents. 90 cents, right? We called that virtuals was going to come to 90 cents from, well, really here, but from here, right? And where do we find ourselves? Down here at 90 cents. All right, cool, guys. Is there anything else that you guys want to look at? Well, oh yeah, I didn't even give you the levels on Zek. Sorry, bro. I got distracted by something. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I got distracted by the arrow that I had drawn on the screen. I didn't even do TA on it for you. Yeah, so let's take a look. So we know that our 4-hour strong low is down here, that we're technically still bullish on the 4-hour. So when is Zek in real trouble? Zek's in real trouble if you close below 371. Looking at active time frame structure here. So your 1 hour is still bearish. So you rejected, looks like golden pocket on the 1 hour. Is that right? 786 on the 1 hour. You're coming back down. So your 4 hours bullish, your 1 hour is bearish. I mean, so at the very least, if you want to see like an attack of this liquidity here, you got to come above 534. But you're still bearish on the 1 hour, so you run into the problem of like the supply up here around 565. I mean, if you're gonna justify trading ZEC over Bitcoin right now, unless you're short, you got to come above 535 for me. Come break 15-minute structure, reclaim the trend line, and then maybe. Until then, you're attacking the 1 hour week low down here. So likely you're gonna come down here, attack this week low. If you SFP this, so like if you gun to my head, like how do you long this thing? If you get a 1 hour SFP of 470, so if you like come down here, set some 15-minute structure, SFP the 1 hour, then come break this 15-minute structure, then you've got a bullish 1 hour move on your side and a bullish 15-minute move on your side. That would kind of be the bull trade that I see for ZEC. But until then, I mean, it doesn't look that good in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I see on ZEC. I think you're coming for the 1 hour week low, unless you break 533. Like, why would you want to touch this right now? This is aggressive move to the downside. Trying to find that coin that we were supposed to check. Man, if only I'd seen this ETH decision block alert. That was pretty much at the exact bottom. Didn't I set an alert to check on some altcoin for someone? It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, XCH. How is that coin doing? Well, guys, would you look at that? It went down like another 25%. All right, be careful with these altcoins that people are showing you, right? I tried to talk to this guy and tell him that it was under bearish structure and it was just gonna keep coming down, and that's what it did. So maybe a little bit of a mic drop moment there, but yeah, it was supposed to be at what was like 26 bucks when it hits this line over here. All right, I'm being kind of a dick right now. I should stop, but all right, guys. Was there anything else that oh, hype. Okay, sure, man. Look at hype. All right, so on hype, if you want to be bullish on hype, you need to come above 34.5 on the 4 hour. Otherwise, you're just continuing in a downtrend. So you've SFP'd the 4 hour, which targets the week low down here. I might set an alert here on hype for breaking 4 hour structure. Okay, so height breaks the 15-minute bearish here. It's still holding bullish structure on the 15-minute for now. So you could get a pump back up. If you break bearish on the 15-minute here, you're likely coming for the liquidity in these lows. You're likely coming for here. So that's what I'd watch. Right now you're bouncing from demand. If you get a 5-minute, they're not really giving you one. Yeah, I'd say be careful for a break of 32,412. If you break that, you're likely coming lower. If you can hold this and get some sort of, or SFP this and get a 5-minute bull break, then you're good. But right now you're in kind of a downtrend. The real level to watch for me on hype is 34.5. That's when you'd flip back bullish. Do I even want to know what Toshi looks like? Let's see. SFP, your 4-hour structure, come down. Yeah, I mean, you're bullish on the 1 hour, but I mean, this coin looks like shit. If you're I mean, you just broke your 15-minute bullish. So if you're wanting to long this thing, I mean, your 5-minute, yeah, I don't have much TA for you on this. Yeah, I mean, all it's done is sell off since it literally was created. You're still within the structure of your death wick. I would say at the very least you need to break your downtrending resistance. Yeah, you need to break this. If you don't break this, you're just going to keep selling off likely to this wick. That's kind of what I got for you on Toshi. XRP I think is still in. Yeah, so XRP is still in this ovary pattern, so it's all internal structure. Not much that I can do for you on XRP. You have a spider line above you at 235. That should be resistance. You have some support at 210. Outside of that, I mean, it's pretty overextended on the 4-hour. Yeah. All internal structure, man. It's probably going to follow whatever Bitcoin decides to do. The link question? Is there a link question? No, I did. Where's the link? Oh, would you say link is close to a spot buy? Let's check. I would be careful buying altcoins if this is going to be a bear market, but I could tell you on the technicals. So you're in a daily downtrend. Weekly, I mean, you're trying to hold on to like your weekly trend line here. Three-day oscillators. So you're bouncing off this trend line. I would say for Link, if you can come above $14, you break your 4-hour bullish, I think you'll be able to get paid a lot faster and sit through a lot less drawdown. So I'd be looking for a break of $14. Then you can say, okay, cool, we've bounced off the trend line. And then you can kind of look for some more moves up until your 4-hour breaks back bearish. And then I would say be careful. But on Link, I would just set an alert at $14. And then that would be a pretty good indication to me. I do like the support level that it's at. I would rather have the coin prove it to me, because otherwise you still have a weak low below you, and you're likely to come attack that weak low. And then if this trend line breaks, like, you're going down, right? So, in my opinion, it's worth waiting. Yeah, if the bull run's still on and Link's gonna come back to these highs at 27 bucks, do you really care if you bought it at 13 or $14? I would much rather buy it after you break the 4 hour. Yeah, for sure, man. All right, cool, guys. Well, as always, make sure if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. If you're not understanding anything that I'm saying, there's a full free market structure course on the channel. If you go to the live section on the channel and then just search for market structure, there's a 2-hour market structure course there. Make sure you join the free Discord in the description. Like the video. And as always, guys, my name is Wave Cipher. Much love. Trade safe. Wave Cipher out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.